Hi, this is the DB podcast, the Dark podcast. When you gaze into the abyss gazes back into you, and when the abyss gazes back into you, you gaze back into the abyss. Everything within the darkness shines within the light. Read the screen. No need to re-announce. Okay, so basically, what happens when you ground yourself, basically attach to yourself within the state of mind that you're in, deeper and deeper, than you already have. You basically, and when it's enough for you to, when you simply have attached to all parts of you, all of you, your mind, your soul, your spirits, your minds, your souls, it don't matter. You're gonna be grounded. Okay, you're gonna be in a state of groundedness. Okay, you're gonna be able to tune in. You're gonna be tuned in to yourself automatically. You already are aware of yourself, but it's realizing how aware of yourself that you are. That's what's going on when it comes to self-awareness. But when it comes to self-mastery, it's tuning into yourself. So like how the girl Eleven, when you in the first few episodes in the first seasons, it looked like she was like really like tuned in, but like what happened was is that her abilities, even though she had access to them, she wasn't really using them like that because she wasn't in a state of mind where she was wielding her abilities. Because ain't no such thing, you don't control shit. Okay, so it ain't manipulation. She's not manipulating. It's not control. It's wielding, and willing it. So even though she has the abilities, she's not using them because she's not willing to do so yet. Why? Because she's not tuned into herself enough to actually wield it. Which is why will and wield, they sound the same in terms of the root word of wield. That's where it comes from. Okay, so yeah, basically, when she begins to will her abilities, you know that she can be more destructive, generative, or she can operate in a sound state. What is that? And it still say she's her because her state of mind is still. So think of groundedness like being still type shit. But like not staying in one place, staying in one place and being still like the same shit. She is calm, cool. Now she done collected herself, meaning she connected with herself so deeply that she don't even gotta worry about all that. She know what she doing, but when she tunes into herself, now she knows how to do it though. That's the difference. So self-mastery is knowing how, self-awareness is knowing what. Okay? Yin and yang, you did. And then in and out. So then there's the way you do it, and then there is that you're doing it. So so it's like, okay, no, actually it's the way you're doing it and who's doing it. So the light is the way, and the darkness is who, because you are the light shining within. You are the ones who, you are the one that's in the darkness, but your light is your spirits shining within that darkness. So that's why your mind shines. That's why your mind glows. That's why your Merkabah glows. That's why your aura radiates. See? So stronger gamma radiation is what? A signification of how in tune one is within not only not tune in with, within their spirit, their mind, but also their soul. Get it? That's why gamma radiation is an indication of psychic latent. Ability. Basically, it's like a green button, and it's like, oh, so if she finds out that she can activate this shit, she can just push the lever, and then the green button is going, it's gonna turn. That bitch gonna explode because now all of a sudden motherfuckers flying and shit. And if you never seen somebody fly before, don't even try. Don't even go for like, what you talking about? Yes, you can fly because it's aerokinesis. It's not, flying is not something like, it's not levitation. It's levitation and aerokinesis is not the same thing. Like back in the original comics of Superman, he had levitation. He wasn't using aerokinesis. Aerokinesis is where you use basically ether that is within the atmosphere to lighten the density of the vessel, aka what mortals refer to as their bodies, so that you can basically maneuver through the air. Whereas levitation is basically you levitating, meaning you're floating. There's a difference between floating and flying. When you see something floating, it's moving up and down, but when you see something flying, it's going side to side. And then when you see something like telekinesis is not the same thing as that though. Telekinesis is where something is moving all around. So it's not ever staying in one place. It can move up, down, sideways, all of it, in and out. Whereas flying is like side to side, and then backwards and forwards, and then levitation is up and down, and then kind of like in a circular motion all around. You can do all that type of shit, but you'll never like necessarily be in motion. You'll just be moving. Like you'll just be making progress, but you won't be like physically trying to move type shit. As mortals refer to it as. Whereas you see Superman, he'll be flying in the sky, he'll be beating niggas' asses and shit, and bitches and hoes and thoughts and pimps too. It don't matter. But in the original comics, he wasn't doing all that in the sky and shit. Like, no, he's not. That boy was like, he was dang near. I ain't gonna lie, I recall the previous comics, he was like lucky in a meditative state. Like, he was like, you know what I'm saying? He was like crisscross and shit. And he was just kind of just like floating up and shit. Like, he was levitating for real, how you visualize it in your mind type. But folks don't even remember that. And I ain't gonna lie, somebody thought that shit was lame. So they was like, what is you talking about? What do you mean he's just levitating? Why didn't you just let him fly? Why didn't you just like create him so he could fly type shit? Like how is he like all that brawny and shit? And now he's just levitating. Why he ain't just flying? That would look hard. Like, niggas thought that shit would look cool type shit. So they recreated him with aerokinesis rather than telekinesis and levitation, which is they're all related, but not in the same sense of. I mean, they all they're different forms of travel. I ain't even gonna go deep into it. I'm not gonna inform you on the details. Fuck that. Anyways. Actually, so don't even worry about that. Just focus on the message. Anyways, so yes, the girl 11 can tap into the subconscious mind. Not which is accessible if you have a higher, what mortals refer to as a higher concentration. Keyword concentration of DMT as well as melatonin. And if you are darker, you have a darker skin tone and you have what mortals refer to as woolly hair, okay, which is 9-ether. Okay, so your curl pattern is tighter, so you have coils, okay? And even if you have looser coils, which is referred to as curls, okay, not like the one dogs have on canines where it's like it swirls. That's a swirl, not a curl. Okay, mortals call themselves, they be saying they have curls. No, you don't, bro. You have swirls. You got swirls in your shit. Just like you don't got locks, you got mats. You got mats in your shit when you don't have no fucking dreads. I mean, you do, actually. That's actually where the word dread came from. Dreadful, because it looks so dreadful type shit. So, anyways, but it was kind of reconstituted by the Buffalo Warriors in Jamaica whenever Haile Selassie died or some shit, or like not died but transcended out of the realm or something, or like during the war or something like that. They was like, we ain't cutting our shit off until we win this bitch. Like, until we whoop that ass for real. Like, it wasn't even trying to win. As long as we survive, it's cool. Because once again, as in the previous episodes, as long as you get out of the situations and circumstances you're in, regardless of the predicament, it's cool. Because ancestors don't give no fuck if you winning or some shit. Because it's not a competition. That shit don't exist. That's an illusion. And seeing past that is why, and those who were trying to oppress the warriors or repress the warriors saw their ether as dreadful.